Ohio Democrat Sherrod Brown Wednesday touted his fend-off fentanyl bill, now making its way through the U.S. Senate. A major provision calls for economic sanctions against Chinese companies making the chemicals used to create fentanyl and the Mexican cartels who actually make the drug and smuggle it into the U.S.
Do you think it carries enough teeth to have a difference when it comes to those sanctions and stopping the flow?
Well, I think there's no question. I mean, this bill, it's 100% bipartisan, passed out of our committee that I chair 23-0. There's agreement endorsements by every organization possible, police organizations, civil rights organizations.
The effort comes as the fatal impact of fentanyl continues to grow. The Hamilton County Coroner's Office says 66% of the overdose deaths in 2021 were from fentanyl or fentanyl derivatives. It accounted for 61% last year. But through mid-May of this year, more than 71% of the 142 overdose deaths countywide were from fentanyl. Many of those overdoses are due to fentanyl being laced in fake pain pills, like in these photos provided by the coroner's office. Newtown Police Chief Tom Synan has worked to fight the opioid epidemic in the tri-state and nationally for most of the last decade.
Anything we can have in our tool belt that disrupts that supply is significant. And one of the things that I would caution the United States on is when you're disrupting fentanyl supply, you have to make sure that the demand side, that you have people that can do the outreach, connect people to treatment.
The bill doesn't designate Mexican drug cartels as terrorist organizations as called for by Brown's Republican counterpart, J.D. Vance. But if passed, it would call them transnational criminal groups, meaning more federal law enforcement can be used. James Pilcher, Local 12 News.
Now, since that legislation unanimously passed out of the Senate Banking Committee, it will go before the full Senate for a vote in the next 2 weeks. The bill has 61 co-sponsors split among Democrats and Republicans. And just today, members of the Maysville, Kentucky Police Department put out this alert about an increase in overdoses in the last few days, which they blame on a bad batch of narcotics.